Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is George Nix, and today we're going to be talking about a podcast that I filmed for Levenfeld Pearlstein in Chicago. Let's go ahead and cut over so you can see the behind the scenes stuff that we did here. Basically, this podcast was part of the accounting firm insider series that I filmed with Russell Shapiro, and this one was Russell interviewing Richard Kopelman, who is the managing partner of Aprio LLP. So if you guys want to check out the podcast, you can go on over to YouTube and go to my playlist, Chicago Podcasts, and it'll be within there. I think it's like the 10th one down or something. But I just wanted to show you over here like how we went about filming this. You can see this is the Lumix S1. This was my wide shot that's on the 35 millimeter lens. And I do use a battery pack to keep the camera powered up. That's just like a NPF battery on a battery sled that does PD out. And PD is power delivery, so that gives it enough power to keep going all day. And you can hot swap it, because I still have the internal battery on the camera, so I can swap out this battery if it were to die. And then up here is the Hollyland Mars X, and that just lets me do like a wireless monitor with the iPad. So basically, you can connect multiple monitors. I think you can use your phones for this too, but usually the clients don't want to, mess around with all that stuff. They just want you to have everything ready to go. If it was like, if I was a DP and there was a director, then they might want to connect their phone to it, which is nice that they have the ability to do that, because I think you could do like three devices or something. But in this instance, I just bring an iPad and I just pass that to whoever needs to see it. Usually I have like someone from the marketing department looking at the wide shot, just making sure everything looks good. All their clothing is in place, hair is in place, everything like that. So a lot of the podcasts I tend to do are for bigger companies that have their own marketing departments. Pretty much all the shoots that I do, they have their own marketing departments, and they just need me to actually come and film it, but they kind of do the producing side. But I do work with exclusive PR where they do like the pre-production and marketing things, afterwards. So when we team up for, a lot of political videos with them or just whatever kind of project, that's kind of for smaller businesses and stuff. That's how we fulfill that like need for all the planning and everything else. Exclusive PR, go check them out. They're pretty cool. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. So, and I want to let you know, like all this stuff, I set it up in about 2 hours. So, basically 2 hours from when I get to the building is when we start recording. And sometimes I do it in less time. Sometimes it's like an hour to set up, but generally speaking, I like to give myself 2 hours just in case. And this right here, this is Newer, I think, makes this slider. Yeah. So this is a slider that Newer makes, and that just allows me to get that sort of parallaxing effect. And I'll show you in a minute what that actually looks like on the actual, edit. But I do that for the close-ups. So this is the Lumix S5 with the 85 millimeter lens, and again, the battery sled to keep it all powered up. And let's keep moving. Same thing for the other shot. So both the close-ups, and this is just someone that I had doing behind the scenes for me. But yeah, basically same exact setup over here, just a slider, Lumix S5 85 lens. And then we use the VL300 Photix Raja 105. So this is our big lights that we use, and the 105s, I really like them because it's like enough to get a backlight on one person and then a key light on the other person. So I'll show you in a second what I mean by that. But the Godox VL300, it's a 300 watt light, and we use 2 of them, and it's perfect for podcasts. And then my fill light is the Godox SL60 with the newer globe lantern. And then I use 2 Sennheiser 416 mics, and I just put that on a rod above them. And I like to run a rod all the way across because it basically lets me put the mics wherever I need to without having to worry about a stand falling over or anything like that. And it's much lighter than bringing C-stands. I used to bring C-stands, but honestly, when we want to be like quick, nimble setups, like being able to just like pack everything into a smaller like area is kind of important. And all of this stuff fits in 2 big cases, which I don't know if I have a shot of those, but we try to be nimble on these types of setups. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the helper that I had for this particular shoot. I feel bad about that, but it's been like 2 years since this was 2 years ago. Cause like I said, I'm 2 years behind on all of my, behind the scenes posts. So, I can't remember his name. I used him for a couple of shoots when my back was not feeling great. So he helped me carry everything, but yeah, you can just see how it's all set up. And so like, basically, let me see if I got a wide picture. Well, this is just another video of it, but there you go, picture. So you can see I put one light up here hitting the back of his head, and then hits the key light for Richard over here. And then over here, this light's hitting Richard's head from behind, so that's his hair light. And then it's Russell's key light. So basically, I kind of put these at 45-degree angles, and we kind of, same thing here. We got like a 90-degree angle here, split the difference with the, wide shot. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I do the setup. And then I run that into a Zoom F3 recorder. You can see that down here. And I'm trying to look if I have, there it is. So there's the Zoom F3, and that does 32-bit float. So it allows me to not have to worry about monitoring the audio. Like basically it's guaranteed that it can't peak, and I'm going to be able to edit it however I like later to make them both sound good. And there's another shot. Like you can see the mics are just right above them. And I don't really like using lav mics. Like honestly, sometimes I do put a lav mic like clipped to the end of these shotgun mics, just as a backup in case they fail for whatever reason. But when I have helpers like this, like I don't even bother with it because I'm actually monitoring the audio the whole time. So if anything were to cut out, I'd know. But these Sennheiser 416s are super reliable. I've never had an issue with any of them, and they sound amazing. I have 3 of them, and they sound great. So I really wouldn't want to use the lav mic if we don't have to. But sometimes it is good to have a backup just in case. If you can't monitor it, but if you're monitoring, I don't worry about it too much. There you go. Just another sort of shot showing everything. And more shots showing everything. I don't know why I did so many of these. I guess to show you guys. But yeah, there's me. And yeah, you can see like in that picture of me, see I have the headphones on. I am actively monitoring my audio, which usually I do. But sometimes like if I have to go check on the other cameras, I'll take them off and stuff. And that's when I really like to have backup audio recordings. And I actually do my audio completely different now, but we'll get to that in a later video. Because this is still like probably more reliable. I don't know. They're both equally as reliable because I do backups now. But I don't use cables anymore. I do everything wireless now. So this kind of gives you a good picture of that overhead bar. That's actually made for a backdrop, but it works great for just clamping your mics to it. And that's about it. I'm not even sure what happened to the behind the scenes video. I think I have it saved on the hard drive, and I didn't feel it necessary to use those shots for showing you guys because I just took a bunch on my phone, and that's kind of how I do all of them. So yeah, a lot of behind the scenes stuff for this one that I took, I guess. But yeah, f2.8 ISO 640 vlog 4K 30. I do everything in 30 frames per second because it conforms better to Instagram. Instagram will conform all of your videos to 30 frames per second. So if you're shooting in 24, it's going to look jittery. I know a lot of you filmmakers out there don't like to hear that, but it does. It makes it jittery. Like, you can even look that up. Instagram will tell you the same thing, that they conform everything to 30. That's why your stuff looks jittery when you're taking your 24 frames per second stuff. I'm not shooting a movie here. I'm shooting a podcast. So we're doing this at 30 frames per second. That's the proper way to do it. Same thing on all the cameras. Nice little close-ups. There you can see the 35 lens. And yeah, let's look at the export just so you guys can see what it turned out like. I'm not going to play the audio for you because I don't want to get like demonetized. Actually, I don't even think this is monetized anyways, but if you want to, like I said, if you want to see this, you can go to either Levenfeld Pearlstein or go to Chicago Podcasts on my playlist, and you can see it there. But yeah, this is how it turned out. Like, you know, it looks pretty darn good if you ask me. You can see that little bit of parallaxing effect going on with both cameras using the sliders. And then, I don't know, you tell me, does it look pretty good with the lighting? I think it looks great, honestly. I love using this method for my lighting. Basically, a backlight is the other person, you know, one person's backlight is the other person's key light. So it's a simple way to do it without having to bring, you know, 5 lights or, you know, just insane numbers of lights, because like I said, we're trying to keep this compact. And all this stuff, like I said, fits in 2 big SKB boxes. I guess I didn't take a picture to show you guys, but you can get the idea, I guess. But I think that's going to be it. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments below. My name is George Nix, and this has been a Lakeshore video behind the scenes video. And if you guys want to, you know, follow, couldn't hurt to, you know, learn some more things from me, and it helps boost my channel numbers because I don't have very many viewers or followers right now. But I'm trying to change that because I'm trying to catch up on some of this behind the scenes stuff. Like I said, it's been 2 years since I really was posting behind the scenes stuff, and that's really just because I've been so busy. It's like doing these videos. I mean, this particular video doesn't take that much time, but then I have to cut this down into a shorter video so that I can post that on socials, and then I end up posting that onto my blog, so I have to write the blog too, and then I post it on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, LinkedIn, X, formerly Twitter, TikTok. I try to post it on Reddit, but I'm having trouble getting they keep taking it down. I'm not sure why, because I started a new channel for Reddit. I mean, a new page on Reddit for my Lakeshore video page. And for some reason they take it down when I post on there. I don't know why, but if I can get that figured out, actually, if you guys know what's going on with Reddit, why, like, every time I make a behind the scenes post, it always takes it down. I'm just posting it on my own page on Reddit. You guys tell me. I have no idea why. Maybe it's because the account's not long enough, because it'll post on my personal account just fine, but my professional account, it won't post it. So you guys let me know what I'm doing wrong with that. And then I also post it on Google Maps usually. So anyways, that whole process takes 4 hours. So that's why I don't post a lot, because it takes 4 hours to record this video, the short video, edit it all, post it on all these different apps with different captions and all that stuff, and the blog and everything else. So anyways, I'm going to try to get better about doing this, and maybe I can figure out a way to speed up the process. And you guys let me know if you want to know more about specific things that I do on shoots, because I don't mind sharing. I think sharing helps everybody, and helps me learn when you guys have questions too. So everybody learns. Everyone should do well. So anyways, you guys take it easy. My name's George Nix. This is Lakeshore Video. See ya.